Good evening. My name is Phil Easter, historian and writer from Baltimore, Maryland, also known as the Amazing Memory Man. Recording tonight on January 6, 2026. Happy New Year to everyone. And this year, America celebrates 250 years. Now we'll be sharing many stories about famous Americans throughout the year. And some stories will be also under the title of bicentennial memories of what life was like and certain events that happened 50 years ago in America's 200th anniversary year, which I remember very well, a number of events from 1976 we will also share. And tonight we tell the story of the wonderful figure skater Dorothy Hamill, who brought joy to millions of people around the world. 50 years ago, in February of 1976, Dorothy Hamill won the gold medal in women's figure skating at the age of 19. She was born in Chicago, Illinois on July 26, 1956. Interesting, she was born in an Olympic year. At that time, that year, the Winter Games were in Cortina, Italy, and the Summer Games were in Melbourne, Australia. So she was born in an Olympic year and won the gold medal in figure skating in 1976. She won, a few years before that, she also took silver medals in 1974 and 1975 in the World Championships. The World Championships of figure skating are held every year, and it's usually in the month of March. So she won those two silver medals, and then in February of 76 won the gold medal in Olympic figure skating, and then the next month in March also won the World Championship. So she had a very great year there in America's bicentennial year. The Winter Games that year were held in Innsbruck, Austria. Now they'd been held in Innsbruck just 12 years before in 1964. 12 years apart for the same city to host the Olympics, that's the closest time that ever happened. Because usually it's many years apart. When the city gets the Olympics for a second time, it's usually many years after the first time, sometimes 50 years even. There are many examples where many times the second time as an Olympic city has the games. But there is a reason for that. In 1976, the Winter Games were originally awarded to Denver, Colorado in 1972, but at the presidential election, there was also a ballot just in the state of Colorado that more than half the people in Colorado did not want the Olympics after all, which I think is too bad. They were worried about so-called environmental problems, but it's not going to destroy the environment of a place to have the games for 2 weeks. That was ridiculous. So America could have had one of the two Olympics in our country that year. Now the Summer Games were held in Montreal, Canada, not too far away. But it would have been nice to have had the Winter Games in the United States. But the voters in Colorado voted it down, so the International Olympic Committee had to quickly re-award the games somewhere. And Innsbruck still had very good facilities from 1964, just 12 years before. And that's why they were held in Innsbruck again. And Dorothy Hamill wrote a book some years later called A Skating Life. And I met her here in Baltimore in 2007 at the Baltimore Book Festival. Each year since 1996, with just a few exceptions, Baltimore has an annual festival called the Baltimore Book Festival, and different authors, many different writers from many places come here, and some will sell their books and be glad to autograph them for you. So I was happy to meet Dorothy in 2007, and she is the 10th Olympic gold medal winner I've met in person. When I went to Montreal in 1976, I met 5 champions in Montreal, and at different places I've met other champions. And she now spends her time between the states of Colorado and California. And she will turn 70 later this year on July 26th. So Dorothy Hamill, one of the most popular figure skaters ever, the Olympic champion from 50 years ago in 1976. Well, we'll see you next time for another story on another subject. And again, Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you and good night.